So when I'm doing deep tissue, I learned this a long time ago. Yeah, I don't grab on the surface. Because when I grab on the surface, she doesn't mind deep tissue. Can I say on racist for a second? Most Asian guys and gals just like to be pounded. Just pound me. Ouch, you okay?
No.
I'm just too strong to be a surface. Yeah, when I lived in Asia, just hit me harder. You know, for like since 1983, I've been going over there. So it's really, so she likes that. The thing of it is it doesn't get anything better on the body. So I might do a little pounding just because it makes her smile. I might do a little gripping just because it makes her smile. But when I get down to changing the body, I need to get under the skin surface and get down inside, and all of a sudden I'm way down inside her joints and muscles, really tearing it up. But you don't feel it, huh? Yeah, it just feels good. So when I get into somebody's body, whether it's that or it's a push, when I go into the body, I'm pushing on a surface like a shiatsu. Well, some people like that. But if I get down in the body, I'm going like 3, 4, 5, 6 times deep. I figured it out really simply. If you hit the surface of the body, it's like a, you know, off the diving board and you land on the water, splat. It's like all that displacement of pressure. So I found out that if I go underneath the pressure, the skin, dermal layer pressure, and get down inside, I can really get down inside. So some of my students are like so deep in that person's body, the person goes, you can push harder, I don't feel it. It's because we're not slamming the surface. Okay, so let's just have you sit on the end. Okay. All right, so a lot of people come in with neck problems to me, and they have such serious, powerful problems that if I slammed it on the surface, there'd be a lot of pain. I got this one in China. So I got 3 techniques to show you from China. First one is squeezing. It might look the same. What I do is I squeeze in to bleed the muscle. Okay? Let me know if it's too strong.
Yeah, I'm just happy that I can do a massage.
Purple or it's like. Okay, so I'm squeezing to bleed the muscle. Yeah, another technique is called grasping, like a claw, where I pull them. You can see how it changes the dynamics where I'm pulling that out. And now I'm separating the muscle fiber. It's like strumming the guitar. I've got to separate the muscle fiber. There's no hard work into the joints because that's very dangerous. So when I'm working, now the skill level is when I go grab, squeeze, grab, squeeze, grab, squeeze. Notice that's with my left hand. Much better with my right. So grab, squeeze, 2 different techniques. Grab, squeeze, and then plucking. Go ahead, have you go for it. But plucking is when I'm doing the tendons. And every once in a while I find where a muscle or tendon's out of place, and I'll just take and mobilize that one muscle or tendon. So this is called strumming, like strumming a guitar. There it goes. Now her neck open, your back let go right here. Okay, because there's a spinous muscle all the way down. So it's just like if you had a guitar string and opened it, it loosened all the way. So when I'm doing the neck, I'll take and grasp. I'll take and squeeze where it goes in. These 2 bones are stuck. They've probably been stuck for years. So I'm going to mobilize. I'm going to hold it still and mobilize it with the skull. Be okay? I'm not manhandling, but not too much. She was in class last night, first time I ever tortured her, and so I have this dialogue from last night. I didn't just go, hey. Okay, there we go. So it's opening. And if I stretch it slightly, bone might go in place if it's not frozen. So I get below it, and I squeeze it, and I get above it, and I squeeze it. Okay, below it, squeeze it, above it, squeeze it. Take it to the chair for hours, piece of cake. Client's like, blah, blah, blah. So then I come down here, and if you were to figure this technique out, which you could start doing right away, Jeff might be doing this already, is this isn't my hand, huh? This is my elbow. My elbow, my shoulder, my hip, my foot. So when I'm working on her, it's hard. I'm just going to imitate this. It's harder to have this locked, and if I went to hurt her not on purpose, it's harder to get that in my brain to let go. It's easier to have this strong. It's easier to let go. So in Qigong and in Choi Na, they work in hospitals on people from all sorts of orthopedic diseases. They'll just loosen that up, free that up, and break that scar tissue apart without ever slamming anybody. But it feels deep, but it doesn't have the screaming to it. Now I can put the screaming to it. It's not, if you think something, it's easy to have the screaming. So this is a bunny rabbit. I didn't show this yet. Same move. Instead, I'm going to be the tiger in my nervous system. Okay. See her head change? Okay, so I'm not going to hurt her. So this is going to be the elephant. Ooh, you like the elephant? You feel it smash through your bones? Now go back to the bunny rabbit. Because the technique isn't who you are, it's the tool. You got to use it correctly. Okay, so when I get my fingers between each vertebrae, I just mobilize it and free it up. Okay, that's a lot of data, huh? Well, there's Tui Na 1, and if you get real fascinated and want Tui Na 2, it's polishing Tui Na 1 and adding more. How you doing? Okay. Now, in the Tui Na, they only do the manipulations after the work. In Swedish massage and sports, we do the manipulations before, during the work. So I just